Daniel Day-Lewis performs on the big screen for the final time in the film Phantom Thread, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. It is indeed the final performance of the career on film of Daniel Day-Lewis. He is retiring. And wow, what a way to go out. Daniel Day-Lewis is the consummate performer, and if you believe in the moniker that he often gets as the greatest actor of his generation, you should believe it because it's true. It's not an exaggeration at all. And in Phantom Thread, Daniel Day-Lewis saves his very best till last. One of the greatest screen performances in recent years, his best ever, in Paul Thomas Anderson's best film ever. Daniel Day-Lewis plays Reynolds Woodcock, a fastidious fashion designer in post-war London in the 1950s. What he does with the character of Reynolds Woodcock is an excellent feat in acting. He makes the character very human. In fact, the way he portrays the character is not so much as a film character, but as an ordinary human being, someone that you know, someone who seems very familiar to you, somebody who may even be very much like yourself. The key to Daniel Day-Lewis's performance in the film is subtlety. He is very subtle at what he does, and I think that makes him all the more palpable and real. A lot of the performance is based in silence and based in lots of different inflections in the voice, looks, stares, glares, the way he combs his hair, the way he eats something, the way his jawbone and jawline moves. I think that Daniel Day-Lewis, in doing what he does with Reynolds Woodcock, gives us a full palette of the beating heart of a man who is desperately in control and desperately out of control. I found the performance to be riveting, fascinating, subtle, beautiful, and masterful. Daniel Day-Lewis comes out on top, and what a way to do it. It's too subtle, unfortunately, for a lot of, I think, people who vote on these awards to really appreciate, because awards certainly should be coming for Daniel Day-Lewis, but I don't think they will, because the performance is so good, so subtle, and it registered much more deeply, not only more deeply than the page, but also more deeply than the screen itself.